tell us where to start. We have to establish this, of course, in advance, because we have to, where we put our materials and stuff. And we have to plan for the normal thing. What was the other thing?
The other thing too, we do the plan for all units for the windows. We take the measurement on all units. If you have 50 units, we do 50 plan. Your windows is your because sometimes that is quarter inch, half inch. That is very important point.
Interior finishing sometimes affects the size of the window. The stucco, some places have been redone, so we're not going to destroy all the stucco. We cut what we have to, and that's it. So, and it's a retrofit job. The difference between retrofit and new construction is the retrofit, we refit the window to what the opening is. When you do new construction, you just buy all the windows the same size, and then they install, then the stucco is done. Well, sometimes the stucco is half an inch, sometimes it's 1 inch. When we do retrofit, we adjust the window to the size of the opening. We're talking 1/8 of an inch difference. It makes a difference. You have to, don't have to destroy all the stucco all around. We leave the stucco. I would say, we have 4 square inch of stucco to redo on average per window. 4 square inch. This is 4 square inch. It's how much stucco we do normally on all our jobs, because we know how to measure, and that's why he's here. So I flew him down from Canada. He was on vacation. He was on some summer vacation. I said, fly down. So, and he has great ideas. So that's why, just 2 things that we talked about today that will make your lives much easier.
So you're working with whichever manufacturer we choose.
Yeah, which
Yes.
one
You're working with
that was
them
my
to measure.
question. Which one of these 3 windows do you recommend?
They're all good products.
Good political answer.
Yeah, good.
So I don't know what to say.
Have you worked with all 3 of those manufacturers?
I could, yes.
You have before.
Yes, oh yes, yes. Of course. I
And-
know Angelo, and we've put all of Ambassador East with. We are talking 3,000 of those. Plus, we've installed probably 5,000 of ECGI windows and doors and stuff. So, and we've installed thousands of IWC also. So we're not attached to one. My strength is that we have been able to separate ourselves as an installer from manufacturer. We're not attached to one manufacturer. I could tell you which one I prefer, but
What would you put in your house if you had to pick one?
My house, I installed a high WC on my personal house.
Are you asking what I have in my house?
Now, what would you put in your house if you had to pick one of these 3
So
manufacturers?
let me rephrase your question. What do I have in my house? I have IWC in my house.
Me too. That's what we installed.
I have ETI.
He has an ETI.
You have ETI, that's the second, but you see the price, and that's important because
Yeah.
the price.
There are many advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
And here you're asking for the Carnard paint? Probably yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kynar.
Yeah.
We have, I did entire buildings on the beach with WC also.
Okay. What else you got?
Okay, well, we talked about the work process. Interior, I think I talked about that. We were very conscious of the inside. My men wear normal shoes. We don't put boots. We do put
Covering.
covering. So we don't, the first thing we don't even come in the unit without putting a tarp and a masonite. So it doesn't matter if it's hardwood, marble, tile, doesn't matter, carpet. We put, first thing we do is roll out the tarp, and then we put the masonite on top. So, and then we get to the opening. So we usually decide a path that, to go, a major path, and then we branch off from there to each opening. So we never put anything. And since we don't have any windows in the unit, so we don't have to use any walls or anything like this, and all our tools are on carts, so easy to move from one opening to the other. We cover where we are working at the time. We cover everything with plastic.
And after we pass the vacuum, clean the glass
Yeah.
inside, outside, we clean everything, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
every
Very
piece of glass is washed before it's installed. So
And
that's,
after,
because it's easier to, you know, when it's down, I have a guy down here, wash the windows, take out all the little things that would be on the, you know, here on the ground, do it, and then they put it in the thing, and then they put it in. Of course, there's some, you know, marks when you do the caulking, but we can do that, but it's very easy. But the big, I would say, construction cleaning is done on the ground before we install them out there. So that's one thing that we do. AC shut-off requirements. We can shut off the AC during the day, but only while we're working. Turn it off after, because again, we open one room, we close it. So if it's an hour, it's an hour. So after an hour, it's closed, and that's it.
and we close the door for don't have any draft too, very
Yes.
important, because.
Yeah, we try to
open-
keep the doors closed, you know, because if we open one opening on one side and one opening on the other, and we try not to work on rainy days, we will be here, because we have very few rainy days that we have. I think here, what's gonna keep us is the grass, you know, to go in the back, because if it's soaked, we're not gonna bring a machine up there, you know, we're gonna destroy the grass. But it depends, again, we can always use scaffolding that day. So there's ways to get around it. The idea is, you know, be effective. I don't want to send the guys home. And you guys want the job done as soon as possible. Owner requirements before and after installation. We definitely require you to remove all the small things that, you know, around the window, window treatments. I'm going to go ahead and say that if the window treatments are standard, we can remove them and put them back. If it's something that's, but I'd like to hold that on a individual basis, because some people have, you know, $4,000 blinds, I'm not touching them. So, you know, we would like, that's why we have to go in each unit and plan ahead. So, we will decide if we want to do it or
And
not.
have a note and everything.
So
Who would go in
who
beforehand?
will go? I'll have David go, or one of my
Okay.
supervisors go.
You do pre-condition survey, basically.
Yeah, so we have to do precondition because we have to measure we have to go in every unit, go see
Right.
every one of your windows.
Right.
We have to.
Yes.
We don't do any job, we don't order until we've
Your
seen
windows
everything.
for your apartment, that's complete.
Everything is identified, unit, and we also, we have a program called House Call Pro, which is a service, and we put your information in there, and then we follow up the next year if you want to do a maintenance program or something like this. Every single unit will be treated as one customer each. So that's how we work. That's how we follow up on our customers.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, would you need to get into each unit before you offer a bid?
No, no.
No, but we have to measure before. So I know the window is that size.